Hello guys, my name is Iloriwale Oladipupo. Welcome to C# programming language. How you can develop application language using C# language. I'm here to take you through the tutorial developing application using C# language by Wale Ilori Oladipupo. Now what we are going to take, if you have been following up from the last tutorial, we are to teach you how you can design an application for semester grade points calculation using C#, and we are going to use Visual Studio as our template to do that. Now, first thing is to launch your application template. This is how you launch after you launch your Visual Studio 2010, and or later version, you can launch the later version of Studio 2010. Now you have to create a new project. Click here to create a new project. You wait for a while the application is loading. So if from this new project dialog, you select C# and you select window forms application, then you enter the application name, which is semester grade points calculation. Semester grade point calculation. You can select the location of your application to your folder. You can browse in and select the location, then click on OK. Wait while the application is loading. Now here, this is the template, the first form for our application. If you have go through our first tutorial on Visual Studio, we have introduced you to the Visual Studio GUI, the menu bar, the edit, the toolbar, and the form. This is the form. What we are going to do now is to design this form in which it can accept the number of courses a student over in a semester, and we can select the semester, and at the same time we can enter the courses. Let's start by dragging and drop the control bar. But before that, let us change the title of this by go back to properties and set the name, change the name to semester grade point calculation. Now you can extend, you can enlarge the form so that it will look like this, and you can set the back color of the form. The back color, you can set it to white. Now we have to make use of control toolbox. From the toolbox, drag and drop a panel. A panel look like this. Extend it, then the border style, change it to be fixed single so that it will give you a line color like this. Adjust it. Okay, you can drag and drop. Now the next thing is to drag and drop the label we are going to use to describe each control. So this is label 1, and you can drag, double click it, label 2, and this label. Now this label 1, you just give it a text box property, which is like semester grade points calculation. So now you format it. Come to auto size of the set to be Fox, then enlarge it, and give it color, and Times Roman. You can give Times Roman bold and give it 14, so that to make it like come to the same. Set the alignment, make it to be center. Then you can give the fore color to be blue, depending how you want it to look like. Now this is the label is the caption for the application input. Now the first label is to select semester. Select semester, and in front of it we need a combo box that will consist of 2 semester, which is 4 semester. Drag and drop it for semester, and the second one will be enter number of course. Enter number of courses. Student maybe 8 courses per semester or 10 courses per semester, that case maybe. And in front of it we need extend this one and do the same thing. In front of this we need a text box, Now we need a button so that to continue to the next action. By clicking this button, it will accept the semester, and at the same time it will accept the number of courses. Here you can extend this to make it look like this one. You can change the text of this next, and this next action. It will enable next action and accept the number of courses. After accepting the number of courses that is student offered, then we can enter the score and units of each course. Now this is how your design will look like. Now we are going to start coding accept semester and accept number of courses, then click next. So before doing that, we need to go to the code editor, and you have to format this. You have to format this application to look nice. I'll show you the output of that. At the end of your design, your application will look like this. Next is to add another panel. Add another panel, which is to be panel 2. Another panel to be here, and this panel will consist of control elements to enter the to enter the course code. We need a label, and we enter the course code, enter the course unit, and enter the score. And we need a text box here, another one here, another one here. So just adjust it, and label it. Now this first one will be used to set the text property of this one to be course code, and the second one to be course units. Set the property text of it to be course units, sorry, and this one will be the score of each course. Then we will need 2 buttons. Mind you, the function of button is to trigger an actions. While entering all this, we need a button that let's say we have like 5 courses, we enter 5 courses here, and we need to enter the course code, the course unit, and score for each. After each of this, we click on this, and we name this one next course. Next course. So by clicking this button, it will clear the former record and keep it into a specific array. The second button we need here is to calculate the grade. After you have entered all the required score, course code, and course units, and this one will be calculate grade. Calculate grade or calculate GP. So label it like this, and you are to format this panel to look like this. You give all this one the blue color, change the fonts, and all this one change the fonts. Then we can now start. I will show you how the output of the design will look like after you have formatted it. Try to make it to look more attractive. Output should look like this. Your output should look like this. Sorry. Output will look like this after you have designed everything like this is your calculating greatness course. Then you can try to run it and see how the output will look like. You can click on debug or click F5 from your keyboard. This is your output. You can see we can select the courses yes for semester, and we can enter the number of courses to be 10. Then next, so here we can start entry. This is CSE 101. Then units should be 3 units, and the course score is 67. Next, and our array length is 10 because we enter 10 here, so we can enter as long as we enter 10. Now let us go and write. Let me go and show you the code to next and to go to next course. Let me show you how to write the code from our design here. Now let us enter the code. To go to the code editor field, double click on the form. You will see all these defaults, all this code from here to here. We are call it C# function library, and that's default. Now here we have to declare our variables and array. We are working on course units, course code, score, grade point, total grade point. All this each we are going to make use of array, and this is how you declare your array. You have to declare your array under the public partial class form so that your array can be called in any other method. Now you declare it, public string. And the first array is score array. And don't forget, you are declaring array in C#. You have to make use of this score array, and you declare this one. But we are just declaring the name of the array here. We are not assigning the size of that array, since we don't know how many number of courses each student we are going to enter. Some departments are offering 10 courses, 11 courses, 13 courses. So we just need to declare the name of the score, the name of array here, which is score array. This score array, we accept the value from this score. Any score we enter here, we go to the array, and we are going to redeclare this array and give this size in respect to number of courses the user entered. Now the second array to declare is public int grade points. We need units. We need to declare int units array, that is course units. This array we have for and semicolon, and just other one we are going to declare. And this we have declared this one, declares unit array. We need to declare another course code. We need course code, grade point, and score value. Now let's declare public string grade value, and this one we assign the value of each grade point, maybe A or B or C or D or F. And another one is public int grade points array. Grade points array, and enter this one, and grade value array. So that is that. We have how many array? Then we have score array, unit array, grade value array, grade point array. We still need course code, public string, course code array. This one we accept the course code value. All these array are very important. The next is to declare our variables, the general variable we are going to use. One of the general variables we are going to use is the total number of courses that the total number of courses we are going to enter from the GUI, which is country profit and total number of courses. Total number of courses. Now this array, then we need another profit int count. This one we worked with, we count in a loop for us, so that as long as our count value here is equal to the total number of course, then it will stop. The loop will stop. It will not accept the value again. Then we can calculate our grade points. Next thing, to score point array, we have not declared this one. We need to declare score point array, grade point array. We need a score point array here. The score point is, that means if a student scores 76, which is equivalent to A, and the score point for that A is 5 points or 4 points for some university, so that is, we need another array. So the total number of array we have here is 6. Score array, unit array, that is course code, grade value array, A, B, C, D, E, F, grade point array, which is the total point of the course point, and we have course code array and score point array. These are the number of arrays that we need to declare, and we still need to declare all these general variables. We declare all these general variables, and we declare double, which is score. This one can score like 45.5, and TGP, this one is total grade points, and GP is grade point average. Profit in total number of course, total units, each unit, and profit string semester. Fine. After we are able to declare all our required and necessary array and variables, what now is to create our profit method that we accept return value, which is profit int get number of course. This one will return the total number of course. So you come here, the name of this text box is total txt num course, which we are going to use to enter our number of course. So you can just copy the name here and go to code editor. So now your variable here, total number of course, we accept this value, which is total number of course now equals to int. Since it is integer, we need to pass it. Int start2.pass, and the name of text box dot text and the semicolon. Now we are going to return this total number, because that is what we are expecting to return. Now return you can write it like this, return, and then write this in front of it, or you can write return here, return this, and you done. So whichever way you use it, it will work. So get number of course. The user will enter the total number of course from this text box, and the text box will pass it to this total number of course variable. It will return it. This is what we are going to use to accept value. Then let's go back to our control box, which is next button. Our next button is to accept value from this text box, then take us to the next operation. What are the code we are going to type here is the first thing is to check. The first thing is to check for the semester, to accept the semester value, and then get number of course, and check if the number of course less than 1, so that has to report it. So what we need to do is let me just this from next, click next. You know it is an empty now. It's now be semester as a string now equals to combo box 1 dot text. So and we are going to get our number of course. Then we need to check if the number of course less than 1. If number of course less than 1, no, this one should be number of course. If number of total number of course less than 1, then message box alert message, and that will be, that means if a user mistakenly enters 0 number of course, it will alert, please enter number of course selected semester. Now else if the number is greater than 1 or equals to 1, whichever one, that is else. Then panel 1, which is our first panel, that's enable be equals to Fox, and panel 2 dot enable is equal to true, because panel 2 we've set this panel 2 here, we've set the property of enable to be Fox, so that we're not able to access it until we enter the number of courses. So enable of this one is set to false, so we need to change it once we accept the number. That is why we write it panel 2 enable dot equals to true. Then we need to set the focus, which is txt course code dot focus. Great. This is all what we need as to enter the value. Then you can test your code by pressing F5 for debug, so as to see how it run. You can see, then select the semester. For semester, I enter 0 now. It will alert. You can see please enter number of course per selected semester. So I need to enter more than, yes, I have 3. You can see then the cursor takes me to course code. That means I can start entry here, 3 units, and the score is 56. Then click on it. So next course is not enabled now, it's not function, because we've not write any code under this control. We check it, there's no any code there. So the next thing is to create another private method, which is private void, and this one is not returning any value. We just create parameter to accept the values from all these text box and save it to array. That means we need to recreate our array. Create array. Create array. So we need to recreate all those array and give it the size. The first array we are going to create, let's go back to the name of our array. We need to recreate score array, units array, and give it the size. You can just copy this and just copy the name of the array here. Copy all the name and paste it here. Paste it here. Now you need to delete all this. Delete all this because we've declared it before. We just want to assign the size of that array. For each array, we have about 6 array, but the one we need now is so we need to recreate our array, score array, unit array, and cost code array. So we need to recreate this one, which is equals to new int, then the size, which is total number of course entered by students or by user. Total number of course, and the semicolon comes in. This one is a string. Now, so this one will be equals to new int under the size of the value. Which is total number of course, and grade value. We don't need this one to assign the size. Now you can recreate it, which is also equals to new string and the size, total number of course, and course code is the same thing. Cost code is the same thing, and grade unit is the same thing. Same thing as score point array. It's also int equals to this. Cost code equals to new total number. That means if we recreate our array. Now that we have recreated our array, we need to go and call this method after we enter the value, after we enter the number of courses. That means next button here, after we have accepted, we need to call the size, this one here. Then we can now start coding this one to accept value. Thanks for listening for this tutorial. The next lesson we start from this button. That means we enter value from text box, inputs from text box to array. So that means for all this array, the score array here, we accept value, and then the value will be equals to, since it is score array, let me tst score dot test. Thanks for listening, and we are going to continue from here by next class. Thanks very much. Visit this www.excellencesoft.com.ng or www.excellencesoft.com.ng to download our previous tutorial and next class tutorials very much. My name is Wale Olodola.